What's up, my beautiful badasses? How come when you go live, you all of a sudden get these weird errors? There is an error on Facebook. Psh. Hold on, if I push this button again, will I go live in Facebook worlds? Well, apparently I will. So what's up? I have this thing that I was gonna say right when I opened up, and instead I'm talking about going live errors. So super excited to see you. Here is my funnel badass tip of the day. When you are looking at your landing pages, when you're building landing pages, when you're making tweaks to your landing pages, when your goal is to improve your conversion, I want you to always be thinking, how can I make micro offers and give micro wins to the person that I am speaking to? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today in this mini audit. Let's jump in. My name is JKN. If you are new to my circle, I'm the funnel badass. Very excited to help you figure out where the holes are in your funnel. And let's call it what it is, friends. Your funnel is not a landing page. Yes, this video is a mini audit of a landing page. However, maybe you don't have a landing page. Your funnel is actually any way that you take your customer on a journey from not knowing who the hell you are to finding out you exist, to deciding that they like you, to figuring out that you know what the hell you're talking about, and then having them buy your shit. Okay. So your funnel could look like, I don't know, there's a million ways to make a funnel and a million ways to make $1 million. So I want you to keep that in mind, that when you work with me, it's not about a landing page. It's about the process, and it's about turning a person and their experience into a cha-ching in your bank account, because that's what we care about, right? So I started this video talking about micro wins. I'm really excited. I'm doing actually a full A to Z audit on this particular funnel, but I cannot pass up the opportunity to do a live video, do a tiny little landing page audit for you guys so that you can see something different, what somebody else is doing, what's working, what's not working. So let me jump right into this. Before I share this landing page, you're going to know exactly who this is for because her name's all over the place. But this landing page is for a YouTube strategist, yes, YouTube strategist. And I'm not going to tell you what the offer is for because I have not gone through this page A to Z, because I wanted to give honest, off the cuff feedback for this video. But I hope that you're going to see what I see. Anyway, let's just jump in. Here we go. I'm going to put that up there so that you can see it. And then I'm going to move this right in front of my face. Switch my screens around. Okay, here we go. Yes, good. All you can see is this window. So like I said, this is for a YouTube strategist. Very first thing that I want to point out. Colors are important. Here's how I feel about this page. There's a lot of red. And generally I would say, I don't like the red. If you think about every single fast food, just about 99% of every fast food company uses the color red in their branding. Why? Red makes you think that you're hungry. Red makes you think of urgency. Sometimes red throws up a giant stop sign in your brain, and that's why I tend to want to stay away from red. When I say a stop sign in your brain, let's think about this for a moment. If red triggers hunger and it also makes you want to stop, those fast food joints are using red in their signs so that you will stop and go through the drive-thru, or stop and come in and eat. So that's one reason why I don't love red. If it's part of your brand, that's one thing. This particular page, YouTube's branding colors are red, so it makes sense that there's red here. It's not overpowering with red, so it's probably fine. But again, I don't love red in as a color for our landing page. Another thing to consider, and this is something that I personally am struggling with, I love dark themed websites. I have my Facebook in dark mode. All of my branding is like black backgrounds, things like that. And here's what I know about the way that people buy things. White sells. Okay. So one thing that I'm going to put this in my report for Elise, whose name is right here underneath my name, because she has my quote as for some social proof. But I would encourage, if you are a black, a dark mode type, a dark theme type of person, A/B test your landing pages. Do it how you would per your branding, and then do it flipped around so that it's all white. See if that makes a difference. For some people, it is going to. For other people, it's not. It just really depends on who your ideal client is and if they're drawn to the dark mode or the light mode, right? So I'm not going to go into that more because there's a lot that we could get into there. But anyway, let's dive in. So the very first thing you guys know that I'm going to spend some time on is above the fold. Now, depending on what size your screen is, how you have this window laid out, you may see different things, right? So let's see. On the screen that I'm looking at, I see this red banner at the bottom, but on another screen, I don't see that. When you are looking at something, and also make sure that you're checking this on mobile devices too. Make sure that you are maximizing your above the fold location, right? Real estate, maximum real estate, prime real estate. Prime real estate's the word I'm looking for. And what I mean by that is maybe we could put a little more social proof in this space here. Push this next section down just a teeny tiny bit. However, if we're looking on a smaller device, maybe that's not there. This is not a make or break thing, friends. It's just a suggestion that I am making. But one thing I definitely know when I'm looking at this is it's a little weird for the button to be in the middle of this section. I would try and squeeze in another thing of social proof. And I like that this says highly recommend working with Elise. But if you have some other piece, a screenshot or whatever that has a little more detail into working with you doing what, even if it's just highly recommend working with Elise on YouTube, I would switch that out or squeeze it in here. Another thing, when we're talking about social proof, when you're asking people for testimonials, this is going to be huge for some of you. It's okay to tell them exactly what you want to say. I don't mean, maybe I do actually. There are some people who will say, you tell me what you want me to say and I'll approve it or not. Okay. There are those types of clients that you have relationships with. I have several people that I know if I needed a testimonial based on how we worked, a project that we did together, whatever, I could tell them exactly what I wanted them to say and they would copy paste it and make it their own words. That's okay to do. It's also okay when you have clients that are maybe not quite that level of relationship, but you want a testimonial, and you know how you work together. You know what that experience was like. It's okay to say, hey, I'm going to use a personal example here. I know I gave you that 7-night dream vacation, and I know that you went to some cool place, some ski resort in Utah. Would you be so kind to write a testimonial specific to how much money you saved while you were there and what you were able to do with that money instead for your vacation or back at home? Hopefully that makes sense. So we've talked about social proof. We've talked about taking up space in our above the fold section. Let's actually see what this says. Here I've been talking about all these things and I haven't read a single word. Okay, so our title, our hook, for the business owner ready to leverage YouTube for unparalleled lead generation. For the business owner ready to leverage YouTube for unparalleled lead generation. Okay, so first thing with the title. This is pretty good. It's telling me that it's for business owners. That's me. If you're ready to leverage YouTube, yes, I know that I want to use YouTube. And unparalleled lead generation. Yeah, I want to use YouTube to create leads for my business. This is a fantastic title. Just some tips that I would give you guys. You can change. Okay, let's see. If I had the ability to update this right now, I would make business owner a different color. I would make ready to leverage YouTube italicized. And then I would do something else for unparalleled lead generation so that it's drawing my eye to each of those three specific phrases. The YouTube cohort is the year-long expert-led program that brings together business owners ready to use videos to reach their people, teach them, and close the sale. Same thing here. I don't love the spacing on this hook. I would spread it out a little bit, draw more attention to like maybe reach their people, teach them, and close the sale, their own individual lines so that they really stand out. And this is just me, but I don't ever want any of my subtext to be wider than my title. I just feel like it's weird margins, but that's just me. Learn more about what's included. So I think I already said I would love to see this button below the social proof, but where does this button go? Okay, we click on the button and it takes us to, we'll get you to the next level. We'll get you to the next level. Okay, the next level of what? That needs to be a little more specific. And then it's telling me I have channel setup, keyword research, two-part video strategy. Okay, this is laying out all of the features of this package. And then if I have read it all and I want to join the YouTube cohort, okay, this is a problem for me. It takes me to FAQs. If I'm clicking the button that says, I don't even know what that button was. If I'm clicking the button that says join, I want to go to put my information in and join. I want to know how much it is, all of the things. So that's where that button sequence takes us. Let's go back up to the top here and start scrolling down. Okay, here's another thing. This is personal preference, but we are in the AI crazy world, right? You can tell that this image is AI. Does that matter? Yes, no. I don't know. First of all, look at her hands here. She has like two. I know what's bothering me about this picture, her hand. And I don't know what it is with AI, but hands are not cool. So this picture has been bothering me. And now I think I know why. Her hand looks like alien hands. But my point being, be careful with the images that you use generated by AI. Mostly, I think it's hard for me to articulate this, but I think that the main reason that I say that, and don't get me wrong, I love AI. I use it every single day. But when we're talking about images, especially for putting people in the images, I feel torn. I feel torn. I really want to be authentic, especially in my landing pages. And this is just an image, right, to take up space. But I don't know. If you have thoughts on using AI images in your landing pages and whatnot, I want you to tell me how you feel. And more, not so much how you feel about using them, but as the consumer, right? Does it make you think, what does it make you think when you see an AI created image of a person on any kind of a landing page, especially if you know that you're going there to probably buy something? Again, this isn't make or break. And I'm talking about things that are ridiculous. But these are the thoughts that I have, and I would love to know what your thoughts are too. So let's stop the solopreneur struggle. One thing when you're talking on your landing page is you definitely want to dive into the feelings of how your perfect client, what they're going through, struggling as a solopreneur. That is a legitimate thing. That is very real. Every solopreneur is struggling with something. Maybe go a little bit deeper and be more specific about the struggle that people are trying to solve that YouTube can help them achieve. Your business, am I going to read this? Yeah. Journey in business has been a relentless pursuit from you know what? No, for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to read this section. Let's keep going. Before the YouTube cohort, the journey to a profitable YouTube channel was a relentless test of self-accountability. Before the YouTube cohort, the journey to a profitable. Okay, here's another big tip. Here's another really good section that it's obvious that we're trying to talk to somebody who needs to be in the cohort so that they can up level their YouTube. But relentless test of self-accountability. That doesn't speak to me. It doesn't address a problem. It doesn't tell me that you know exactly how I feel or what I'm thinking. So I would fix this section title as well to really address the problem and how, not just the problem, but how your client feels about the problem. I feel like I'm yelling, so I apologize. Turn your volume down if I'm yelling. I know I'm yelling because my throat's dry. Excuse me. I've struggled with the same thing, and it feels like the path is strewn with obstacles that test resolve and dedication. Juggled productivity and motivation without external support, struggled with self-imposed deadlines and easy postponement. Here's another thing, friends. First, I'm going to preface this statement. Do not, you know that saying, speak like you're talking to a kindergartner, or explain things like you're talking to a kindergartner. I do not like that statement because your ideal client is an adult, right? I mean, as long as your ideal client is an adult. If your ideal client is a kindergartner, then don't listen to anything I'm about to say. But they're not dumb. So don't try to speak down at a kindergartner level. But what I will tell you is be clear and concise. So smaller words, shorter sentences, because keep in mind, most of the people who are looking at any of your landing pages are skimmers. They're not going to read a whole lot of text. And what's really funny about this particular landing page is that Elise tells me all the time she quit reading my emails when I was telling stories in my emails. Stories sell, but when it comes to things like that, less is best, especially so that you're taking care of your skimmers. Where are we on time? Ooh, 17 minutes. That, my friends, is where I'm going to say goodbye on this mini audit. If you have gotten any value from this whatsoever, if I said one thing that you're like, oh crap, I think I do that, or man, I really could use help in that area, I will happily do a mini audit for your landing page. You can comment where you're watching this video. Make sure that you tag me in it or send me a DM, because Facebook especially is not really great with their notifications right now. They're really killing me. But then there's also the A to Z funnel audit, which I'm doing right now for this landing page, where you tell me where the trigger point is for your funnel, and I will go through the entire thing. I will buy the product. I mean, you're going to make me a coupon code, but I'm going to buy the product. I'm going to go through all of the emails. I'm going to go through the upsells and the downsells, and I'm going to put together a fantastic report on things that you can do to help improve your conversion. So if you want either of those things, the free mini audit or the A to Z audit, let me know. You are amazing. Don't forget, you are beautiful and a badass. And I will see you with the next mini audit. Have a fantastic night. I bid you adieu.